Welcome to Vlogmas. My name is Jenny and I'm a crocheter based in North Yorkshire in the UK. Throughout December, I'm recording snippets of daily life to share with you. Grab yourself a cuppa, get comfortable, and I hope you enjoy watching.
Good morning. It's the 20th of December. Can you believe it? It's almost Christmas. I'm very, very tired. Feeling a bit headachy. No surprises there after last night. Not too bad though, because I didn't actually drink all that much in the grand scheme of things. So I'm doing okay. It's just mostly because I went to bed so late. I'm shattered. But once again, that is my own silly fault. I've got lots of kind of little bits and pieces to do today. So I will show you anything that I think you might find vaguely interesting. Yeah, we'll just take the day as it comes. So, number 20 on the advent calendars. It's mad. This month has gone so fast. I know they all do now, but crazy. Running out of doors to open makes me feel a little bit sad. What's this one called? My favourite, Maleficent. I have a Maleficent dragon. I'll have to show you at some point. Maybe I'll get her in a minute. In fact, there we go. There's the yarn. There's the label. Hold on. One moment, please. Here she is. Kelvin bought her for me a couple of years ago. A few Christmases ago. Look at that. Fantastic. Brilliant colours. So there she is. Absolute favourite Disney villain. Although, have you seen the film Maleficent with Angelina Jolie, isn't it? Fantastic film. So I really like the origin story they came up with for her. It's fantastic. But yeah, that's exciting. Oh, why can I never see the Crochet Society ones? Have you spotted it already? Bet you have. Where's number 20? Where's number 20? That's 21, that's tomorrow's. 23, 24. Am I being really dense? 22. That's 20. 19. That's 25. That one. Side. 20 is that one. The number's so small I couldn't see it. Okay. It's too shiny. I don't know if that's picking up very well because of all the shininess. But that's a pretty one. Right, what have we got in here? Which colour yarn have we got today? Oh, I think that's called Orange Slice? Orange something, anyway. I've got no idea whether this will get picked up by the camera. It's such tiny writing. Look at that colour. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I don't know what it is about oranges that's Christmassy, but they definitely are. You've got to have one in your stocking, haven't you? Ah, the little bag of binding clips, which is always useful. I think you're kind of supposed to use them for, not supposed to, but the kind of intention is to use them for holding pieces together when you're doing like when you're joining pieces, doing seams or whatever. I find them really useful for all kinds of things. Yeah, you can never have too many. Oops, dropped one. Too many little clips and things. So that's a really useful little extra goodie in the box. Definitely pop those in with my other ones, which I think were probably in the last advent calendar that I got, thinking about it. Yeah, that is a lovely box. Definitely. I'm going to have to replace the advent calendar box I've got upstairs with this one, I think. And this one's just so much more my colours. And then maybe next year, I've been, having watched all the Vlogmas videos that I've been watching, I've still got so much catching up to do. But I've come to realise there are so many yarny advent calendars out there that next year I need to make a list of them all and have a proper investigation, and then next year I might have some different ones. But depending on how they are presented, I could use this to put all the bits in next time. Depends, because I do like using these as a storage box. But this is so pretty. I love all the colours and all the designs. The other one I've got is very pastel, which, yeah, it's pretty, it's just not me. This is a bit more my kind of vibe. Something to think about anyway. Right, I'm going to get on with various little jobs. We'll see how we go. See you later. That's not what she sounds like at all. That's a very silly voice. She needs a much more, I don't know, much more serious voice than that. But I'm not in the mood for serious voices, so. Right, I should be back later on. So, first job. This is the Moses basket that one of my sisters gave us for when Ned was born. Got a lot of use in those first few months. And I'm now getting it ready, hopefully, for my other sister, Charlotte, who is having a baby very soon. I think her due date is in 4 weeks' time. So, just checking it over, going to wash all the covers. Just make sure that it is fit to be used. Nice and clean and fresh. And then either she or my mum will pick it up around Christmas. And yeah, hopefully Ned's little baby cousin will get to sleep in it in a few weeks. Well, while trying to sort the Moses basket out, I have discovered that actually it's broken. So I will not be giving this to Charlotte, whatever I'm calling her today, because obviously that's not safe for the baby. So I am going to consign this to the bin, unfortunately. It's very sad. But obviously, can't give her a broken Moses basket. That would not be good. I'm going to buy a new one for her, I think. In fact, no, I don't think. I know. I'm going to have a look now and get her a nice new one. And yeah, that's sad that I can't pass this on. Oh, I've just found another bit that's broken as well, actually. Look, there, it's broken. So, yeah. Sad day having to get rid of this. A lot of very fond memories. Some lovely pictures of Ned sleeping in this basket. But yes, this will be off into the bin, or to the tip at some point, more likely. And yeah, I'll get a nice new one for Charlotte and the new baby. This corner of the room has become absolute chaos recently, so I'm just having a little tidy up. Anyone else's kid leaves socks everywhere. There, not even close to spotless, but a lot better. Hello, just checking in. This morning's debacle, catastrophe, whatever you want to call it, completely threw me off my game. So I haven't done some of the things that I set out to do this morning. But I've done other things instead. So it's okay. I have done useful things. I have submitted an application for the Access to Work grant that is apparently a thing at the moment. So cross your fingers for that getting approved. It should do. I don't think there's any reason for it not to, but yeah, you know what the government are like. Ned's at Granny's this afternoon. She's picking him up from school, and he'll be staying for tea, and we'll pick him up later. And so instead of carrying on with any of the projects that are already underway and that need to be completed, I thought I'd start a new one. It should be a fairly quick one. It's another little project for my soon-to-be niece. As I said earlier, just a few weeks, all going well. So I'm not going to tell you too much about the project, because this is one that I want to keep as a surprise for my sister and her partner. I will keep a record and take pictures and everything so I can show you after the baby's here. But for now, all I'm going to tell you is that it is a cardigan. I'm starting with a proper gauge swatch now so that I can check I've got the right hook size and everything to make it the size it needs to be. I'm going to make it in, I think the pattern size I'm using is 0 to 6 months. So might be a bit big initially, but hopefully will last at least a little while. And I'm using some old Crochet Society yarn from my stash. I've got, it is the Confection DK, again, which you'll be familiar with now if you've been watching these Vlogmas videos. I've got Fondant Fancy, and I have got Bubblegum. Whoop. So 2 shades of pink. I'll do a kind of colour block effect on it. And then if I need it, and this is what I'm using for the swatch, I've got some Earl Grey as well that I just thought might go quite nicely for a bit of edging or a stripe somewhere or something if I feel like I haven't got enough yarn in the pinks. So yes, I'm doing a gauge swatch at the moment, and then I'm hoping to make a good start on that this afternoon. I'm going to put some other people's Vlogmas videos on. While I'm working, and just see how far I can get. I'm hoping, assuming I can get the gauge right, that I'll get quite a way into it, because baby things are small. And then later on I might just finish off that second sleeve for my Christmas jumper. And then as soon as Dad gives the steamer back, which I think will be tomorrow now, he said he'll definitely get it back tomorrow, if not today, then I can block the sleeves and get it all sewn together and do the ribbing in time for Christmas Day, which is only a few days away. Exciting stuff. So yeah, that's it for now. Just thought I'd check in. Oh, I've just put a pork shoulder joint into our air fryer on the rotisserie setting, because we splashed, well, no, we didn't splash out, it wasn't any more expensive, but yeah, we got the fancy one with the rotisserie because because why not, basically. So hopefully that will cook well. The last time we did it, it took a lot longer than we thought it would, so we might end up having tea late, but we'll see. I've worked out the timings as it is supposed to be, and we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, no, that's it for now. I will check back in with you later on. Kelvin bought me this Lego set last Christmas. I have been meaning to build it all year, I finally found a little bit of genuinely spare time. So I am putting it together. It's only taken me about less than half an hour so far. That was only because I couldn't find a couple of the pieces to begin with. So I'm going to get as much done as I can in the next 15 minutes or so, and then leave the rest for tomorrow. Good evening. Where's the camera? There's the camera. Hello. Despite the setback I had this morning, I actually feel like I've had, sorry that's gone all wobbly, I feel like I've had a really productive day. It's great. What did I do this morning? Oh, I've done a bit of research into his tail, into some potential work that I'm thinking of taking up in the new year. I'm not going to say any more about that now. Neris, mind your tail. In case it doesn't pan out. But yeah, I'm just trying to find something I can do that isn't going to overwhelm me, that isn't going to take me away from the crochet business too much, that isn't going to strain my eyes too much. It's the biggest concern, to be honest. But that will just give me just a little bit more income, especially if I can make it fairly steady. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just something coming in. We're doing okay. But we are just starting to feel the pinch a little bit, especially now that I've got to have the heating on a lot because it's cold this time of year. And yeah, I know if heating's expensive. Neris, what are you doing? But we are at home all the time. We need to have it. We need to have it on. If you are sitting around in the cold too often, that can apparently have long-term health implications, which obviously none of us want, and it can cause damage to the house as well. And honestly, there's enough wrong with this house already. Let's not make it worse. So yeah, just if I can just generate just a bit of extra money, that'd be great. But anyway, yes, that's the boring part of the day. I'm glad I've done it. A couple more steps I need to complete before anything comes of that. Sorry, Neris is just sniffing my phone. Oh, thought she was going to wobble it again, but I don't think she has done. Yes, if it goes ahead, I'll let you know about it next year. If not, then I shall never speak of it again. But yes, as well as that, I have finished as much as I can the second sleeve for my Christmas jumper. So I've been very proud of myself for that. So once Dad gives me my steamer back, hopefully tomorrow, hopefully fairly early tomorrow, I will get the sleeves blocked and Neris, and then get that all put together and hopefully start on the ribbing, depending on how much time I get tomorrow. And yeah, that feels very exciting. I'm nearly finished. I'm going to actually achieve a target. And then I have also finished the little cardigan I started making earlier for my soon-to-be niece. Like I said, I'm not going to show you it. I will put a little sneak peek here for you. Just a very little one. It is on Instagram as well, because I love it. It's beautiful. It's turned out really well. It needs blocking as well, but even without blocking, it looks really good. Really, really good. I changed my mind about the colour. I used one of the pinks. Hang on. where is it? I can show you the colours. I'll show you the yarn. So I used that pink that I showed you earlier, which is Fondant Fancy from the Crochet Society yarn. And then I completely changed my mind. I thought the other pink I'd got out was too pale, wasn't going to be noticeable enough. It looked like it was an accidental colour change instead of a deliberate one. So I didn't like that. And then the Earl Grey colour that I picked out, just, I don't know, the tone wasn't right. It didn't sit well for me. So I went back to my stash, that tail, honestly, and I pulled this out instead. And I think it goes really well. I think it looks really lovely. This is Sirdar Snuggly DK, and it's violet. Now the only problem is this isn't quite as soft as the other yarn, but it's only about that much at the bottom of the cardigan, and then a very thin edging around the rest of it. So it's not going to be against baby's skin much. Oh, I think I showed you just a very tiny sneak peek then. Did you catch it? I didn't mean to. Yeah, so it shouldn't be against baby's skin much anyway, especially because I think I've made that in size 0 to 6 months. In theory, you know what babies are like. And because she's going to be born in January, by the time the weather warms up enough that she won't want lots of layers on, she'll have grown out of that anyway. So, you know, she's going to be in vests and baby grows and long sleeve tops and all that underneath this cardigan, so it's fine. And it is still soft yarn, it's just not as soft as the pink. What else was I going to say about it? Oh, the pattern, which I will tell you about after baby's here. You know, I will put up a post and I'll mention it in my podcast and all that stuff. The pattern's actually designed for worsted weight yarn. I don't have any worsted weight yarn. I've got a very little bit of bulky knocking around, but the vast majority of my yarn is DK or lighter because I just don't enjoy working with heavier weight yarns. Luckily, my tension's quite loose anyway, and so I've just kept it that bit looser while working, and I think the size has worked out pretty much spot on, to be honest. I did do a gauge swatch to begin with earlier, and if I kept my tension really, really loose, the gauge was pretty much right. So it should be fine. And, you know, if it doesn't go all the way up to 6 months on it, that's not a problem. You know, this is just it's a little baby cardigan. If she only wears it for a month or two, that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I am super happy with it. I can't wait to show you proper photos. But I'm keeping all this stuff secret until then. Our rotisserie pork was delicious. Worked really well this time. There's about half of it left, so we're going to throw that in with some pasta and sauce for tea for all three of us tomorrow. Ned had a good time at Granny's. He's come home with some more Christmas cards from school, which is lovely. Oh, and he got his letter back from Santa in the post today, which was lovely. Just in time. I was starting to get a bit worried, but it has come. And that's about it for today, isn't it, Neris? Yes. Tomorrow is my last Ned-free day until January. And he's finishing school at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So it's not a very long Ned-free day. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that time. I might do some editing, but I might leave that till Friday evening. I don't know. I've got a couple of phone calls I really ought to make, which I hate doing. but they need doing. They are important. Oh, and I need to order the shopping for Friday's delivery. It's going to be a really big shop this week because there's some of the usual bits and bobs, plus Christmas dinner for us, Christmas week snacks for us, and then a load of food to take to the in-laws for Boxing Day. So yeah, I'm just not going to look at the total, I think, on that one. Just never mind, it's Christmas, it's fine. Yeah, so that'll be, yeah, it's going to take me a little while, I think. But that's it. I think I'm just going to try and make the most of having a little bit of time to myself. Just to be clear, I do love my son. And I do enjoy spending time with him. Well, there's a couple of things. For one, it throws my routine off. I'm used to having days to myself now because he's been going to school he's in year 3, so a few years, and he was at preschool for a bit before that, in between all the COVID nonsense. And I have always enjoyed my own company and needed some of that time to myself. So when it disappears, everything just gets a bit fraught after a day or two, and I need to start finding ways to have my own time again. Benefit of having my own craft room these days, that's helped massively. And then just the fact that I really struggle to entertain him. I'm not I don't like going out. And then I feel bad that he's not getting out either. And I don't enjoy playing the games he enjoys playing. If I could get him to sit and do some crafts for a half an hour a day, we'd be laughing. But he's not really bothered about that kind of thing. And I don't want to play fighty, shooty, pretend games. It's just not my thing. So he ends up getting far too much screen time, because then at least he's happy. And then I feel guilty about that. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, the good thing is there's tomorrow afternoon, and then Friday, Saturday, then it's Christmas Eve, which, there'll be stuff to do. And then it's Christmas Day, so that'll be good. There'll be presents to open and all of that sort of thing. And then Boxing Day, we're at the in-laws, so we'll have more presents probably, and things to play with, and people to play with. His cousins will be there. Then 27th is a bit of a non-day, but Kelvin's not working as a bank holiday. Yes, it is. It's a bank holiday. That's the Tuesday. And then Wednesday's my birthday, so we'll be going to Dad's for a bit. And you know what? It's my birthday. If he's on, Kelvin can deal with him. Kelvin's not working. He's got the day off, so that's his job. I'm going to sit and crochet all day and eat chocolate. And then we've only got 29th. And after that is when it becomes a bit of an issue. But I think Kelvin's off the rest of that week. I don't think he goes back to work until after New Year. So that will help a bit. And then we've got a whole week after New Year till they go back to school. Bad organisation, North Yorkshire Council. Christmas holiday should be a week before Christmas, a week after Christmas, and then back at New Year. Okay, just for future reference. Like I believe most of the rest of the country is doing this year, but hey, never mind. So but we'll be able to see some friends and that sort of thing. I'm sure we will find ways to fill the time, and it is only a week from that point onwards. It's not like the summer holidays. So anyway, I will stop whinging about that. You know, it will be lovely to have him around. He's just such a lovely kid. Don't get me wrong, he has his moments. And I'm having a little bit of an issue with some attitude stuff lately. Honestly, school ruins kids. Also, he needs it and I need him to go. So you can't have it both ways, I suppose, can you? But yeah, he is a sweet kid. And we have so many cuddles. And we do have fun. That's my tummy rumbling. Sorry, did you hear that? Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll make it through. And yeah, the first week is all Christmas and my birthday and stuff. So that'll be good fun. That's what I need to do tomorrow. I need to wrap some presents. Not Ned's. Kelvin and I will do those last thing on Christmas Eve. We always do. But yes, other people's presents. Especially because my mum might be coming over on Christmas Eve. Maybe. I hope she can. And if she does, then obviously I want to be able to give her presents and things for my brother and sisters and partners and all of that. So yeah. Right, I'm rambling, aren't I? It's later than I expected. No, not than I expected it to be. Well, yes, actually. Later than I thought it was. Anyway, time has got away with me because I got so invested in that little baby cardigan. I can't get over how cute it is, honestly. It's not finished. I've ordered, no, what have I done? I'm going to look for some buttons tomorrow. I thought about doing little poppers, snap fastenings, but because the crochet's so loose, I'm not sure how well they'd hold. So I'm going to look out some buttons tomorrow and make some little loops out of mini hair bubbles so they're a bit stretchy and elastic. I think that'll work quite well, I hope. Yeah, it's a plan. I think that'll work quite nicely. Right, I'm going to stop rambling at you because I'm not really saying anything useful now, am I? What have you got planned? Let me know. What have you got planned for Christmas? Are you seeing family or friends or taking time to yourself? What are you doing? Let me know. Yeah, put it in the comments for me. We'll have a little chat. I'd love that. I don't know when this is going up, by the way. It could be after Christmas for all I know. But if that's the case, let me know what you've done. Yeah, I will leave you to it. No, there's nothing else useful to say. So just, I hope you're well. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy as best you can, whatever is coming your way. And I'll be back soon.